Enter this new year with a gratitude for this new chance to create your dreams. You are never too old to reinvent yourself. Kindness, kindness, kindness. I want to make a New Year's prayer, not a resolution. I'm praying for courage. We will open the book. Its pages are blank. We are going to put words on them ourselves. The book is called Opportunity, and its first chapter is New Year's Day. We spend January 1st walking through our lives, room by room, drawing up a list of work to be done, cracks to be patched. Maybe this year, to balance the list, we ought to walk through the rooms of our lives, not looking for flaws, but for potential. Be so busy loving your life that you have no time for hate, regret, or fear. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. An optimist stays up until midnight to see the new year in. A pessimist stays up to make sure the old year leaves. What the new year brings to you will depend a great deal on what you bring to the new year. As long as I am breathing, in my eyes, I am just beginning. Take a leap of faith and begin this wondrous new year by believing. Celebrate what you want to see more of. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. You do not find the happy life, you make it. I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past. Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man. Cheers to a new year and another chance for us to get it right. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Every time you tear a leaf off a calendar, you present a new place for new ideas. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Whatever it is you are scared of doing, do it. Make your mistakes, next year and forever. Be willing to be a beginner every single morning. A year from now, you're gonna weigh more or less than what you do right now. Each year's regret are envelopes in which messages of hope are found for the new year. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. New year and new chapter, new verse, or just the same old story. Ultimately, we write it. The choice is ours. New Year's resolution: to tolerate fools more gladly, provided this does not encourage them to take up more of my time. Resolve to keep happy in your joy, and you shall form an invincible host against difficulties. Listen, I wish I could tell you it gets better, but it doesn't get better, you get better. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. The most important thing to remember is this: to be ready at any moment to give up what you are for what you might become. There are far better things ahead than any we leave behind. Year's end is neither an end nor a beginning, but a going on. And now we welcome the new year, full of things that have never been. Strength shows not only the ability to persist, but the ability to start over. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. Character is the ability to carry out a good resolution long after the excitement of the moment has passed. It always seems impossible until it's done. Tomorrow is the first blank page of a 365-page book. Write a good one. New Year's Day is every man's birthday. New beginnings are in order, and you are bound to feel some level of excitement as new chances come your way. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Youth is when you're allowed to stay up late on New Year's Eve. Middle age is when you're forced to. The new year stands before us, like a chapter in a book, waiting to be written. Hope smiles from the threshold of the year to come, whispering, "It will be happier." The best way to predict the future is to create it. There are two mistakes one can make along the road to truth: not going all the way and not starting. Stay committed to your decisions, but stay flexible in your approach. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Each of us has that right, that possibility, to invent ourselves daily. If a person does not invent herself, she will be invented. So, to be bodacious enough to invent ourselves is wise. Don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life. The object of a new year is not that we should have a new year, it is that we should have a new soul. Making New Year resolutions is one thing. Remaining resolute and seeing them through is quite another. I close my eyes to old ends and open my heart to new beginnings. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. There are better things ahead than any we leave behind. We all get the exact same 365 days. The only difference is what we do with them. Remove shoulds from your vocabulary this year. Start your journey of self-love now. Every year you make a resolution to change yourself. This year, make a resolution to be yourself. A worthy New Year's resolution, perhaps, is to take no hatred into the new year without requiring it to restate its purpose. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. Approach the new year with resolve to find the opportunities hidden in each new day. Be grateful to God every year you live. He who breaks a resolution is a weak link. He who makes one is a fool. Any new beginning is forged from the shards of the past, not from the abandonment of the past. You know how I always dread the whole year. Well, this time I'm only going to dread one day at a time. Ring out the false, ring in the true. This year's book at midnight turns to footnote in the next. New year, a new life. Decide today who you will become, what you will give, how you will live. I don't know where I'm going from here, but I promise it won't be boring. New Year is the glittering light to brighten the dreamlined pathway of future. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. No matter how hard the past, you can always begin again. Your present circumstances don't determine where you can go. They merely determine where you start. You can get excited about the future. The past won't mind. In our perfect ways, in the ways we are beautiful, in the ways we are human, we are here. Happy New Year's, let's make it ours. The magic in new beginnings is truly the most powerful of them all. Don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life. Sometimes a year has been so disastrous and so terrible that entering a new year will automatically mean entering a wonderful year. I hope you realize that every day is a fresh start for you, that every sunrise is a new chapter in your life waiting to be written. Packaged inside of every mistake there lays a great lesson, and while I don't want to take the mistake into the new year, I most certainly want to take the lesson that's packaged inside of it. In order to be successful in the new year, stay focused, develop a positive attitude, and be passionate with your dreams. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often.